Hey everyone, how you guys doing? I am in Long Beach, California today. Today is, well, it's now yesterday or tomorrow, but it was one time. It was January 24th, 2014. It is now January 25th. I'm here with actor and producer Maclain Nelson, who is the star of a film that has been scoping out the country, especially in North America.
Yes.
And Canada right now, right too?
Yep.
The film is called Saratov Approach, or Saratov. That's one thing I found out when I saw the movie. Is like, oh, different, because that's different language and stuff like that. But I'm just going to call it the Saratov Approach so I don't butcher the English language any more than I already have. So anyways, yes, this is a brand new movie that's been touring the country, America and Canada, since October of 2013. It did finally come to Los Angeles at the premiere, where Larry King interviewed all you guys.
Yes.
And we had a great time at that, a full house, and everybody was there at the screen. So anyways, this is my second time seeing the film. I really love the film. I put it in my honorable mentions of 2013, which I just did a video for that. Great film, great message, and you don't have to be religious to enjoy it. Even Larry King said that. He said, that's right. You can be agnostic. Like me, I'm a Jew that's agnostic, and I enjoyed the movie. So that's awesome. Even come from Larry King, who has definitely can get more word of mouth out than I can. So anyways, I wanted to ask a few questions about the production of the film with Maclain. I said, well, I want to call you like John Maclain for some reason.
A lot of people do.
Yes. So anyways, tell us a little bit about the production of the film.
Well, Garrett Batty, who is the writer-director and also producer, he approached me with Jake Van Wagner, and John Turner. They were kind of on board on the project before I came in. I was the last producer to come on board. And initially they only wanted help producing. I wasn't acting in it at first. Yeah. They actually wanted me to help kind of cast and bring the cast together. And I was mostly focused on bringing in the Russian, the kidnappers, casting them out of LA, getting Alex Vidov. He's from Act of Valor. And,
yeah, I remember that. I saw that afterwards.
Yeah. So, and then once we decided to use Corbin for the missionary, I said, hey, Corbin and I are about the same age, yeah. And at least let me give it a try to audition. I'm an actor. I'm trained as an actor. That's where I studied in school, and they were hesitant at first, but I said, let me put myself on tape, audition. If you don't like it, we won't talk about it again. But if you do like it, I think Corbin and I will play off each other well. And he's a little older than missionary age, but if you cast both people the same, it's kind of like, it makes sense. Yeah. It's consistent. So, turned in my audition tape, and I got a call about a half hour later, and Jake and Garrett said, you got the part. So nice. That's kind of my story about how I got involved as a producer first, yeah. And then actor.
Wow, that's interesting that you were producing the film and then became the actor as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think all the people, all the actors in the film actually know personally one of the actors. Actually, I think the guy that played your father, Bruce Newell, is a personal friend of mine. And it was great to see him in the movie, and everybody does a really great job in the acting department. Actually, it's like a really great production of a film. I mean, high production, and I don't want to know how much the movie costs. It's none of my business, though a lot of people probably wouldn't know, especially the internet. But I just think it's got a high level of production, and it's, kudos to you and your entire everything that was going on. Another question I have about the production is like, what was one of the days of production that you do not miss?
Okay. Probably the days where we were chained on the floor, like to the wall.
Yeah.
If you see the movie, there's times where we were chained to the bed, and there's times where we were chained to the wall, to the radiator, and that was probably the most uncomfortable because we were sitting on freezing cold cement floor, and there was wood chips and splinters all around, and we had the handcuffs on, and it was very just uncomfortable as an actor. I mean, it helped us kind of get into the mode of being kidnapped, because obviously the real elders were in a lot of pain and a lot of discomfort, but I guess actors can be sissies sometimes, and that at least was not...
It probably helps with the scene, too.
Yeah, totally. That was, it was nice when we had moved from the cold ground, chained to the wall, to chained on a dirty mattress. So...
And where was this movie filmed at? Like, can you name off some places?
Yeah, it was filmed 10 days in Utah, and we filmed most of the interior stuff. All the stuff in the apartment where we were held captive was in a basement in Draper. And then we shot some stuff in an apartment complex in Salt Lake, and then like Strawberry Reservoir with all the snow and the ice, the running scenes.
Yeah.
And then we did 4 days in Kiev, and just all different locations around downtown Kiev, Ukraine.
That's
we
awesome.
decided to
You
shoot
actually
in
went out there.
Yeah. We decided to shoot in Kiev rather than Russia because you don't need a visa to get into Ukraine,
Yeah.
but you do to Russia, so
That's good.
it's easier.
How big was the crew? I'm curious. How big was the crew on especially when you go to Russia? Was it a smaller crew?
We went down to a really small crew. We probably had about 3 people on camera department, 1 sound guy, and hair, makeup, wardrobe was 1 person, and then we had a producer and the actors, and that was it.
That's awesome.
Well, obviously the director here was there.
Of course. Okay, back to that other question. What do you really miss about making this movie?
I really miss just the camaraderie that we had with the whole crew. It was such a small, little, close-knit group that we had a lot of fun. I think every night we decided we were going to eat well when we were in Ukraine. We skimped it on everything else. We were staying in a hostel, probably one of the dirtiest, grossest hostels ever. We were sharing rooms, but we decided to eat well. And every night we'd have a great dinner with the crew, and we kind of splurged a little bit on our food, as much as you can on a low budget. But so that's something I remember. Those nights hanging out in Ukraine after shooting a full day.
That's awesome. A couple more questions. How do you feel about all the reception that you've actually got for this film? This being a small film, not having a big budget, not having major stars. How do you feel about the reception this movie's gone from October being in a few theaters in Utah, Arizona, and Colorado? Idaho. Not Colorado, but it did go to Colorado, right?
It will. Next week.
Going to Colorado very, very soon. How do you feel about the reception this movie's grown? I mean, it's come to LA now, of course, a big city, a big Hollywood city, and of course you're going to Oregon and you're going to Canada. How does it?
Yeah, it's amazing. We feel really humbled, and we feel like all of our hard work that we're putting into it is resonating with people, and it feels great.
Awesome. Now, these are questions not having to do with the movie, but they have to do with film in general, because I'm part of a website called We Live Film. How are we doing on battery time?
Good.
Okay, good. I'm part of a website called We Live Film, where a lot of people like myself, just average people that just love film, but not only watch it, but we actually live it. Some people watch it, we live it, just like yourself. I'm just curious, what is a movie that you absolutely love, personally, off the cuff?
Off the cuff, I would say a movie that I love. Have you seen Stranger Than Fiction?
Oh, of course, yeah. Will Ferrell.
Yeah, that movie. The first time I saw that, I came out of that saying, "Wow, this makes me want to make movies." Great message, really funny, but also a great message. Great movie.
How about on the other side of that, a movie that you don't really like, not a big fan of?
Okay.
Old or new, doesn't matter.
I would say I don't like any of the newer Star Wars movies. I was not a fan.
Well,
I was a big fan of the original trilogy,
yes.
but episode 1, 2, and 3, I just...
And about 7, you excited for 7?
I am excited. I think J.J. Abrams will do a good job, so...
Great. And finally, what is a film that you're very guilty for loving, a guilty pleasure?
A guilty pleasure is probably something like... I was going to say a Mary-Kate and Ashley film, maybe like New York Minute or something. You know, it's just
interview over. Just kidding.
Actually,
that's probably a bad movie. I'd be guilty.
Hey, you
of
said
like
guilty.
That
Don't tell anyone except for Mary-Kate and Ashley. Let them know.
Awesome. Okay, I just want to close this out really quick. I do want to ask one more favor after this. We'll do that, but. Please go to facebook.com/The Saratov Approach, and you can find out where this movie is actually playing. It was playing in your area. Right now, it is in Long Beach. If you live in Southern California, is it really just Long Beach right now?
Right now it's in Long Beach, Foothill Ranch in Orange County. It's at the Orange Stadium 25.
Oh, right by the Angel Stadium, right?
I believe so.
Awesome.
And then it's also at it's in San Diego and at El Cajon. But if you go to SaratovApproach.com,
Oh, there's a .com, yes.
Saratov Approach, Saratov, Saratov, approach.com. You can, there's links to the Facebook, there's also links to all the places it's playing across the nation. And you can check out everything, and there's a trailer, everything. Everything you need to know is at SaratovApproach.com.
Yeah, awesome. That, I guess, concludes my interview. Thank you so much for being my
Chad.
first interview on camera.
All right,
Oh,
Chad,
how'd I do?
Thank you, you did great.
Thank you,
Good
dude.
work.
Good job, Chad. Woo!
Please go to, please, if you enjoyed this review, please like, comment, subscribe to my own channel. I'm also, please go to WeLiveFilm.com and also subscribe on YouTube to We Live Film. Go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. If you enjoyed this review, this interview, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please go check out the Saratov Approach in theaters right now. Check out the .com, SaratovApproach.com, on Facebook. Anywhere else? Are you doing anything like Twitter or anything or no?
We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. At Saratov Approach is our handle.
Okay, great. Check all those out and support the film, support independent cinema. Again, I think this is a movie that is for everyone, no matter if you believe or not. So check it out, Saratov Approach, in theaters right now, all over the world soon. Thank you. Bye.
I'm Maclain Nelson, and I live film.